Hi everyone. Good morning. I had some difficulties getting started today, starting with being trapped by a cat on my lap, which of course I couldn't I couldn't abandon Momo. But then she released me and I could I could set up the live stream. Hi everyone. Hi Ivona. Welcome. Good morning everyone. We are doing another part of the cruise cardigan today. And it's just going to be a cozy live stream like we're used to. I'm going to be crafting and chatting with you if you want to chat. If you don't feel like chatting, that's totally fine. I will be here regardless, working on my cardigan. And the pattern is now available on my website. It is a free pattern, free crochet pattern. It is the Cruise Cardigan, and if you type in my website, which is newleafdesigns.nl, it's just the first post you see right now. So super easy to find now. I've also created the Ravelry page, so if you want to give it some love there. Should I include the link? No, that's fine. But if you can find it on Ravelry, it's a cruise cardigan. And any visits to the page help bump my pattern up so that it's more visible to others, which really helps because, you know, it is a free pattern, so I'm gonna need all of the extra exposure I can get. Yeah, and if you have a Ravelry account, then you can also give it a little heart to save it in your favorites. That also helps boost the pattern. So if you have any favorite designers, then go ahead and favorite all of their stuff because that really helps. Hi Natasha, good morning. How are you all doing? What are you all making? I have lots of ends on this cardigan, but not nearly as much as I did for the other cardigan, this one, because for this one I started each row from the right side going to the left side, and then I cut it, and then I started at the right side again, just so I could keep this stitch pattern of double crochets in the back loop. If you want it to look like this, you need to start every row from the right side, which involves a lot of ends, but luckily I don't really mind weaving in ends. So and I really should start saying this at the start of every video, but if you're not subscribed yet, please do subscribe. Please like the video. I never really care about that, or I don't always think about it, but it does really help out the channel, so I would really appreciate it. So I'm going to be working on my cardigan. I'm almost done with the back panel. I'll put it on. I'll leave my hair like this so you can see. See, it's almost there. Almost. Natasha is working on the Scent of the Pine Shell. Yay! Just had to look up how to do a yarn over on the purl side and how to do purl two together to the back loop. Oh yeah. Yeah, I always have to look that up too. I think a yarn over on the purl side is you start on the front and then go over to the back. I think so. But it's when, if you have a purl stitch followed by a knit stitch, you need to do something extra because otherwise it will be smaller. Yeah, yarn overs are really interesting like that. I hope to someday do a like in-depth science-y research about yarn overs. Purl two together through the back loop. Yeah, it's a bit fussy, but I'm sure you managed. Yvonne is still working on my skirt. That was the Aurora skirt. It was very nice, very textured skirt. And I forgot to ask, because it was a pattern of Schoppelwolle, but are you making it with Zauberball, or what yarn are you using for that? Because I was wondering about that afterwards. Natasha says it is easy, just didn't know what it looked like. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you just have to just look at them and you go like, oh right, that's how I do it. It's getting very large now. And my yarn cakes are dwindling. There's one of the same color as this. So, I mean to say, I had 2 cakes of this color. I did not touch that other cake, so we could compare the sizes. I've used quite a lot. Yeah. Good morning, Miranda. Hi, Audrey. It's me. Good to see you. I feel like I should have an announcement like that. But I don't want to steal yours. It's a really great one, though. Right. Oh, yes, yes. This is what I wanted to show. I've been prepping for the cable workshop next week. Yeah, but my name doesn't start with an M. Because that's the funny part. It's a me, Mario, and then it's a me, Mochi. Okay, but your name is Audrey. I could make an alter ego starting with M. One of my middle names is Maria, so I could go with that. Oh, Ivana did make it with a Zauberball. Oh, fun. I'm knitting some socks with a Zauberball now, and they're really fun to knit with. Hi, Chris. Chris is making a border on the cruise cardigan. Are you already at the border? 5 single crochets in back loop and turn. Just trying. Need to do the back. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Audrey used to have a podcast called Mochi Mochi Yarns. I think, yeah, I mean, it sounds very, very familiar to me. But that might be because of Mochi Mochi World? The little knitted gnomes? Not sure. So I've been prepping for the cable workshop next Wednesday, which is a live workshop Wednesday afternoon for Patreon supporters. So if you're a member on my Patreon page, under any level, also if you're a free member, because you can join as a free member for 7 days. So if you join now, you can get the workshop for free. And it will be available as a replay for a month to all patrons, and then it will move to only the highest tier. And it will be available to the highest tier patrons for I don't want to say forever because that doesn't make sense, but you get what I mean. So next week we are diving into braided cables and ribbed cables, and I am making a headband with some braided cables. And I think it looks really nice. I'm using some Aran weight yarn, very chunky, by JC Penney. Yeah, I think it's JC Penney. I do have another ball of this in dark purple, but cables really look nice in light yarn because that's lighter yarn. You know, you can see texture patterns better in light yarn. It does look a bit like the Tweedy from Hedgehog Fibers, although I don't know if that's as chunky as this. I'll get the other ball because I have that right behind me. I think. Oh, there it is. JC Rennie. Oh, I got the name wrong. JC Rennie. Made in Milladen Mill, Scotland. Chunky Aran, 100% wool. Yeah. It is really nice. So I do have this as well, and I originally bought them to use them together, but this dark yarn, I don't think it would work for cables very well. So I'm just using the light one, and I'll see what I use the dark one for. I always need squares on my souvenir blanket in this weight, so I'll probably just make a square for that. There's some hay in here. There. I always love it when there's little bits of grass in wool because it just feels extra authentic. Yeah. Audrey says, I call it like that because mochi and yarn are soft and fluffy. Yes! Do you like the mochi pastries as well? I really like those. And yeah, especially the red bean paste. Really tasty. Miranda is working on the back of the cruise cardigan. Yay! Hope to finish the back tonight. You can do it! Thank you, Chris. Oh, Tweety SDK weight. Oh, okay, so it's just a little bit thinner. Because this is Chunky Aran. Is it hay or hay? I'm not sure. It's definitely what I say every time I come across a piece of hay. Hay! So yeah. I hope I'll have enough. I think so. I think I'll have enough. So yeah, stay tuned for next week. Fluff on my nose. Oh. I love mochi. You used to live in Japan. Japanese faces are awesome. Yeah. Oh, I've only been in Japan for 2 weeks, but oh, I love it so much. You know what makes me really nostalgic? I mean, what makes me miss my Japan holiday? Because that was like in 2014, so 10 years ago this year. And remember in Family Mart, the convenience store, there's like this music. It's like their theme song, and it plays all the time. And that's one of the things that I really that I really miss about Japan. It sounds so silly. But yeah, I love that. And there are these videos of people just walking around in Japan and filming where they're walking, just so you can get a little bit of a, you know, Japan experience. And I love watching those videos. It's just so cozy. I miss all the cute stuff. Yes. Oh, it's like you go into, what's it called, like an apothecary, and the aspirin has a mascot. On everything, every product has a mascot, and it's so fun. There. Yes. It's always just waiting to see if it works today. And yeah, my second camera, which is my phone, is connected via Wi-Fi, so sometimes it'll be frozen and then reload. So hello Rima, how are you? It is 10:30 here, 10:30 in the morning. What time is it where you are? I'm almost done with the back. Okay, what color do I pick? I feel like it's time for this one again. Oh no, there's actually another that I should do, because I have 8. Oh no. Yeah, okay. And I'm alternating, starting from this end and starting from the other end, so that I don't have all of the yarn ends on one side. Oh, okay, it's just 12:30 where you are. Yeah. I always have to remind myself, oh, what time is it in the Netherlands right now? Because it's 1 hour later there. So it's 11:30 there. Because, you know, when I want to call my parents or family, and sometimes I want to call them and they're already asleep. Like, I'll think, oh, it's 8:30. I better call them, and then my parents are already asleep. So I always need to call them in the afternoon, or when I'm making dinner or something like that. I'm going to make some more tutorials to go with the cruise cardigan, like for the standing double crochet that I just did, and small tips and tricks like that, like the stacked single crochet. But for now, for the stacked single crochet, which is just when you turn your work and then you don't do 3 chains but just 1 chain and then 1 single crochet and then 1 single crochet in the left leg of that single crochet stitch below, and it kind of looks like a double crochet, and there isn't that much of a gap when you turn. So that's just really a nice technique. So I want to make separate tutorial videos for that, but for now, in the pattern, I just linked to the live video where I did that, and I'm able to make a little clip, so a little like 20-second clip, and I'll just link to that, and it's very handy. So I might do that more often, but just for when I haven't gotten around to making the tutorial yet. Oh right, you're in Bahrain. Or Bahrain. I always forget which one it is. Yeah. And I've been trying some, this is off topic, but I've been trying some new nail wraps. So I always like to get nail stickers. Because if you're doing a tutorial video, most of the time you spread it over several days, because I can't finish a tutorial video in one go, you know, because sometimes you have to show a technique at the beginning of a project and then in the middle of a project. So it takes a while. And so these nail stickers, they usually last longer than nail polish, which is why I like them so much. But now I tried out a different one, and it's much more fragile, and you can, I don't know if that shows up, but you can see it breaking there. You can kind of see it. See it there? Yeah, so not gonna buy any more of these, but I do like the color. It does match with my project very well. So that was nice. Yeah, so this week has absolutely flown by. I was a bit surprised this morning realizing that, oh, it's Thursday. It's time for my second live stream this week. But yeah, I've been working a lot, and I think that just made the week go by very quickly. Hello, Sophie Guff. Good morning. I think I really only have a couple rows to go before the back is finished. And then I need to pin the bottom of the armhole, and then do some rows on the side to create that side panel. So I have my stitch markers ready, because when you try it on you want to kind of pin the side with stitch markers. Just to see if it fits, because the cruise cardigan is really easy to make to your size. It's easy to make in any size, but it's handy if you have the person who's gonna wear it, if you have them present so they can try it on, because then you can really adapt the pattern to fit them. Miranda says, I'm curious about the side panels and how you add on the rows. Yeah, I get that. I didn't have too many pictures of that. So I'll try to show that as clearly as I can. And I made so when you make the first part, you can choose whether you make it until it's just as wide as your shoulders, or if you add a couple more rows to make it a little bit oversized, to hang it over the shoulder, and you don't need to add as many side rows for that. And I made it a little bit oversized, so we will see how many I need to add. Hello, Sonia. Good morning. In Puerto Madryn, Patagonia, Argentina. Wow. Oh, it's very early for you, yeah. I'm afraid to start with crochet yet. Do you mean that early in the day? Or do you mean that you haven't crocheted before? I do understand if you're like, oh, it's too early. I might not be awake enough to crochet yet. Yeah, I'll be sure to maybe save a clip as well of when I do the side rows in this video, and then I can link it in the pattern. I think that would be very handy. And I think I'll only do one of the side panels in the live stream, so that when I do the other one, that I can take pictures of it. All right, that's the end of another stripe. I'll do one more and then I'll try it on again. Okay, which color now? I think I'll go for the really light pink one. Tasha says it takes me about 30 minutes to knit one row. Yeah, well, yeah, you have a lot of stitches on your shawl right now. What was it? 419? Yeah, it took me a long while for one row as well. But how many rows do you have to go? 10? Maybe? 15? We can do a little countdown for you. 419 stitches. Yeah, wow. For the scent of the pine, I really liked knitting those very last garter stitch rows. Oh, I really love garter stitch, and it was very relaxing to knit those after that many lace rows. I don't know. I still have a lot of yarn left. Have you weighed your yarn ball before and after a row? That might be nice to do, because then you can just calculate if you want to use up as much yarn, that is. If the shawl is already a nice size, then you don't really have to worry about that, because there's always things you can do with leftover yarn. Oh, you're using a color changing yarn. Oh, yeah. Then you do want to use up as much yarn as you can. I've decided that I will knit the extra added lace till I get to the last color change, and then I'll do the garter rows. Yeah. Plan on having no leftovers with this yarn. Yeah, I get that. I did plan on weighing my cardigan when I finish the front and back, so I might just have to go get my kitchen scale. All right, time to try it on. For people who are just joining, I am making my cruise cardigan, which is a free pattern on my website. It just launched on a Tuesday this week. And this is what it looks like now. All right, I need to pin the sides. Look at my little bowl. Made this myself during a pottery class, and it has some, I'll better show you on here, don't I? It has some knit texture on the side. Oops. Okay, so I'll just show you. I have the front and the back. And now I take just the bottom of those, pin them together. Do the same on the other side. And then it's just a question of seeing if it hangs straight. need more markers. Come on. There. Okay, how do we think that looks? Looks okay. Now, the thing you really want to check is whether the back of your neck is sitting at your neck, because you don't want it to be too low, because otherwise your cardigan, your neck is going to be chilly. So take a look. I think that's fine. And if you finish your cardigan, you put it on and you do find it chilly, then you can always add another row along your neck all the way down. Now, I'm not sure if my microphone, might have to talk a bit louder here. Once you put it together, you want to check if this is straight, which it is. But if it goes like this, then it means you need to do more side rows here. Now I'm gonna add side rows anyway, because there is quite a gap here now. And if I really put it together, then it might pull and it might not sit straight, or it might not close. Right? And I want it to be a little bit oversized. So I'm going to add some extra rows here. And I'm just going to lay it on the floor and lay it flat and pin it again, just because, you know, I just pinned it while I was wearing it. It's not always going to be super accurate, so I'm just going to lay it flat, lay it double on the floor, and pin it again, just so I know it's correct. So this is going to be some very exhilarating footage, I know. It does actually look quite nice. This setup, I'm laughing. Okay, so very nice. I'm folding it double so that the armholes are at the same height. And I'm just using, well, I've made it in more colors, so I can see, oh, I want the armhole to be at the beige stripe. So that's really handy if you've made it in more colors. Otherwise, you really want to be exact. just gonna put it on again, just to see if the armholes are where I want them, and if, you know, if they're big, if they're too big, then I'll move the marker up. But just checking in the mirror, I actually think it's quite nice, because I don't like when the armhole is very tight. So I think that's quite nice. Miranda says it looks really pretty with the colors. Thank you. Natasha asks, how many rows will you add? 3 to 5. Yeah, I think in that region. Oh, one more thing. Adding the side panel will make the armhole bigger. So if you're on the fence about your armhole placement, and if you're going to add a side panel, then you want to keep that in mind, that say that I found this armhole the perfect size. It's going to be a little bit wider, so I might want to place the marker up. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, I might do that. I've never shown my armpit this much. I don't know. Okay. Okay. I think I will place the armhole a little bit higher to make up for the added room because of the side panels. So I'm going to place it there instead of there, just like a centimeter higher. And then what you want to do is, instead of going through both of the panels, you want to mark the armhole on each of them separately. Because on the front panel is where you have all of your stitches in this direction. On the front panel is where you're going to add the rows, and on the back panel is where you're going to sew the side panel onto. So you want to mark it here so you know where to start crocheting, and you want to mark it here so you know where to sew it to. I'm going to remove this marker because the bottom hem doesn't change. We'll always be able to find that. And I'll do the same on the other side. And again, if you're pinning your armhole for the first time, make sure that you're laying your cardigan doubled so that you can match them up exactly. And I'll show you these stitch markers up close. It's a cupcake of a Scottish Highland cow. My mom got them for me. Hi, Isabel. Thank you. I really love the colors as well. They remind me of an ice cream shop. All right. So I'll just start on this side. And I'll weave in the ends first on the other side just to clean it up a little bit. right. I think I'll continue with the yellow color here since I only had one row on this part. Okay, I'm at the marker for the start of the armhole. So that's where I do my last stitch. And I'm gonna change color. I could do one more with yellow, but no, I'm just gonna change color. Which color? And I think I'm gonna add 2 more rows for a total of 3 rows of the side panel, but this is really you know, it depends on your own preference or how many rows you need to add in order for the front of your cardigan to hang straight. Hi Anik, good afternoon. Nice to see you. I'm working on the side panel of the cardigan. Just adding some rows on the side so it'll be more comfortable to wear. Ivana says today is Swedish National Day. Oh, I didn't know that. Enjoy today? I don't know if I should say congratulations. I don't think so. Happy National Day. Happy Sweden Day. You're going fast. Yeah, well, it's a bit thicker yarn and it's just nice double crochet stitches. Yeah. This project just goes very fast, and that's also what makes it fun to make. I plan to do 3 rows of the side panel, so I just have 1 row to go. So after that I'll try it on again and show you. Alright, last row. Oh, I just remembered today is also voting day for the European elections. I sent in my vote last week because I don't live in the European Union, so I can't go and vote in person. But I was able to vote by mail, so I hope it arrived in time. Okay, that's the end of this row. Oh, do I cut it? I'm not gonna cut it yet, just in case I want to add another row. So I'll try it on. Oops. Hope that didn't make too much sound. Right. So I added the side panel here. I think I might add one more. I'm going to pin it. I already pinned the armholes. Here's the marker. Difficult to pin when you have it on. Right. Let's try that again. I think I'm gonna add another row. I think it's always if you're in doubt, to add another row to the side panel, because if it's a little bit too oversized, you aren't going to notice, but if it's a little bit too tight, you are gonna notice. So I'll just do that. Oh, I forgot to weigh the cardigan after I did the just the front and back panel. That's all right. I'll weigh the cardigan after I complete the side panel, and then again after I complete the second side panel, and then I can calculate what it was before adding the first side panel. There's just sometimes there's so much math involved in crochet and knitting patterns. Didn't really expect that, but yeah. All right. So I'm happy with my side panel. I'm not going to try it on again because I know it's fine. I'm going to sew this together, and I am going to do that with the yarn I have now. So I'll just measure twice the distance. That should be enough. And then I will remove this marker. I won't remove this marker just yet. I will turn it to the wrong side. And I'm going to sew it together like that. Just using some darning needles to pin it in place. And then I'll sew together. And for sewing crochet together, I like to use the whip stitch, which is where you always go in from the same side and then you take the yarn like that. I do have other techniques when it's the same side, like if both sides have the end of the stitches, that's when I have a different technique. But when it's, you know, this edge and then the side of the stitches, it's I just do it the easy way. I do just quickly want to check how that looks. All right, it could be neater, but I'm fine with that. I just make sure that with every stitch from this side that I'm going underneath both loops, because that's what can make a difference. Hi, Linda. Nice to see you. Thank you. Yes, this is the new cardigan, the cruise cardigan. I'm just seaming the side together. I added some extra rows on the side just to make it more comfortable for me to wear. I've almost finished seaming it together. All right. All right, just trying it on now. Sewing takes ages. Wow. It's just a little seam on this cardigan. Luckily there isn't much of seaming in this part, in this pattern. Quite happy with that. Yeah. So the sleeve might be a bit big right now, but I plan to do some decreases on the sleeve so that that it won't be too big, you know. And I have to do the same on the other side. But I'm going to do that later today so I can take some pictures, because then I can add that to the blog post of the pattern. Yeah, the pattern is up on my website. It's for free, the cruise cardigan. So if you go to my website, newleafdesigns.nl, you'll just see the pattern right up top. Yeah, because I want to take pictures of this part just to make it extra clear. I mean, it's also in this video, but a lot of people don't watch the video, so I'll just take pictures for them. But yeah, this is how the side panel looks. So it's very seamless from the front of the cardigan, because the front of the cardigan, it ended with this first yellow row, and then the first row of the side panel is also yellow, and it's just as if you continued from the front, which is, yeah, it's basically what we did. Thank you, Audrey. Linda says I'll definitely make this one, I think in khaki, my color for this summer. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, it really is a nice summery cardigan. It can be a wintry cardigan depending on the yarn that you make it with. But my first one did that with very, just sock weight yarn. And yeah, it's a very nice layer to put on over dresses, over blouses. And you can make one in any color and any yarn that you like. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone's versions this year. Yeah, if you do make one, I would really love to see if you can make a project page for it on Ravelry, because then you can add pictures and you can show pictures on Instagram and tag it with a cruise cardigan hashtag. But on Ravelry, it's just really nice to see all of those versions in one place. Yeah, that if other people are going to make the cardigan, then they can see all of the different versions, and it just, yeah. I always think that's super valuable, so I love it if people create project pages. I just created one for this one myself. You can do some puff flowers and sew a few. Yes, I was actually thinking, where are they? Because I did make some sunflowers. And I made the sunflowers for something else, but how fun would that be? Might be a little too much, but just if I was a music festival type of person, I would totally add this, because this screams music festival. And yeah, but yeah, if you want to do flowers or cherries or apples or strawberries, or yeah, fruit is just so cute. Fruit and flowers, or bees, or ducks or chickens. So many fun things that you can sew onto your cardigan. Yeah, oh my god, so cute. Yes. Yeah, or a little sheep. That would be very cute. Yeah. Or you can just add a lot of pins. I have a lot of bird pins. And I have a pin of a shark wearing a bikini. So that's fun. Yeah, you can do so much with this cardigan pattern. My mom sent a couple pictures of her cardigan. I can show you. She just sent them to me yesterday. And she made her cardigan with 2 colors of mohair. Oh, my mom's so cute. Let's see. You can kind of see it here. So she made it in 2 colors of mohair, and with the pink one here, she did 1 double crochet, 1 chain. So it's a little bit holy. And I really like that. I got the shark at Undercover Otter, indie dyer from the Netherlands, but it was years ago. I'm not sure if they still have it. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? And a couple of my friends have made this cardigan as well, and all in different yarns and different styles. And it's just really nice. One of them made it in this really thick, fluffy yarn, perfect for winter. One of them added a hood, so cool. So yeah, there's a lot of possibility with this cardigan. Oh, I missed Be Real today. Oh, I'll do it after. Right. I think I'm going to end the live stream now because I can't continue working on it because I need to take photos of that. So, and it's almost 12. So, next week on Tuesday, I will be starting the sleeves. So I'll do this side panel off camera today, and then I'll be starting the sleeves next Tuesday, and that is June 11th. And on Tuesdays I stream from 12 to 2, so it's almost 12 now. So at this time on Tuesday I will be starting the live stream and then going for 2 hours. And yes, and on Wednesday next week I have the Patreon workshop, which is all about cables. And I've prepared a little piece here. This is going to be a headband. We're going to look at some braided cables. These are braided cables. And so braided cables and ribbed cables next week Friday. And then in 1 month for the July workshop on Patreon, we'll do medallion cables. So that's really nice. Oh, hi Lane! You're just catching the tail end of the live stream. I've been working on my 3D printer this morning. Ooh. And I'd like to dump it off the balcony. Okay, so it's not going too well. Sad panda, yeah. Yeah, I'm just about to end the live stream. Thank you, Miranda. Have a nice weekend. Thank you, Audrey. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. So yeah, Lane, I just finished the back and then the side panel on this side. And yeah, next Tuesday I'll start the sleeves, and then the cardigan will be almost done. Can't believe it. Yeah, thank you all so much for being here with me today. I had a really great time. Yeah, it was just a nice cozy stream. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time, and I wish you all a very good weekend. All right, see you next time. Bye-bye.